Thank you so much for honoring our invitation.
Thank you very much, Shola. It's really great to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I could see from the latest flyer that I seem to have been promoted, because when you invited me to take part in this program, you asked me to come and be a guest speaker to talk about empowering women in the digital age. But when I got the latest information, I saw that I'm chair of the Ekiti Digital
Yes,
Summit. So thank you for promoting me. I am
thank you.
really delighted to be here. And I really appreciate the opportunity to be part of this very important conversation, because not all the time that we have to look at with regards to sustainable development and the digital age. And particularly for us in Ekiti State, where we are trying to do a whole number of things to put our state on the map. One way in which we can ensure that we leapfrog in terms of advanced rights is to invest in any way we can, all of us, in exploring as many opportunities as possible in the digital space. So now, I tell people that I sent my email in 1995, and the reason I was able to do that was we were preparing for the UN conference in August 1995. The only way we could register for the NGO forum in Beijing, as well as the official conference, was to do so online, and none of us had any idea how to do it. I was based in London. I thought if I was based, where Nigeria or Ghana, and as always, are the ones to know what's going on in the world. I was in London. In the UK at the time, there was only one women's organization who was working in the city area, and there was a women's organization called GreenNet. So GreenNet had to go round from place to office, from place to place. All of us in the UK who were planning to register for the Beijing conference, they were going around our offices to open email accounts for us to get us online. And it opened up a whole new world for all of us. I know it will probably sound pretty strange to those of you who started sending emails on the time you were maybe 8 years old. But for people in my generation, the digital space is something that we started to explore when we were much older than a lot of you were. So I think we've had the opportunity to see what advantages there are, and what new ways we need to continue to explore, as well as some of the pitfalls which I will address later on. So now, with regards to talking specifically about empowering women in the digital age, new digital tools are empowering and can serve to support inclusive global economic growth. To seize this opportunity, however, it is essential that no one, especially women, is held back in trying to achieve their aspirations. Now is the time to step up efforts and take advantage of the digital age to ensure that it can bring opportunities for women and a chance to build a more sustainable community. Now, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, known as OECD, conducted some research a while ago. And according to their findings, today around the world there are 250 million fewer women than men online. 250 million. And this is experienced mostly in developing countries, and particularly in sub-Saharan Africa. However, this is not exclusive to developing countries. Even in developed countries, women continue to experience the digital gender divide, with a systematic underrepresentation in ICT jobs and top management careers in ICTs. Women worldwide are 20% less likely to hold a senior leadership position in the mobile communications industry, and they make up only 8% of investing partners at the top 100 venture capital firms, many of whom are investing in digital spaces. In addition to that, some of the other findings from the OECD research point to the fact that there is still a gender gap in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, usually known as STEM. And girls are usually not encouraged to study these subjects. Consequently, it shouldn't come to us as a surprise that women account for only 20% of tertiary graduates in ICT fields. And even when girls do study STEM subjects, they face a glass ceiling which prevents them from holding senior positions. And if you consider a situation in Nigeria with so many children out of school, at least 15 million at the last count, and 60% of that number, 60% of 15 million are girls. So that is a pointer to us that it will take a long time to close that gap. Another of the from the OECD research is that, and this shouldn't come as any surprise, is that software development is still a mostly male-dominated club. Over the past 5 years, almost 90% of downloads packages were authored by men. And this is rather worrying given the importance of big data analytics to the digital economy. And listening to the last speaker, that really brought it home. Now, like with all male-dominated structures and systems, a gender gap will continue in the digital space if we do not make a concerted effort to close these gaps. I'm sure this summit will conclude that we need a digitally savvy workforce across sectors led by young people. We, however, need people trained in these skills to respond to the demand that will continue to emerge. If women are not a part of the supply chain, the opportunities for inclusion will be missed. There are, however, a number of opportunities for women that have emerged and some trends that we have noted, and these need to be explored and scaled up. First of all, there is the area of skills acquisition. The digital economy presents an opportunity for women to acquire skills that can make them marketable and in high demand across private, public, and social sectors. Skills ranging from coding to software design to digital project management, data analytics, multimedia production, website development, to online learning, online marketing, and so many others are areas where women can build careers and can grow, and they can have as many opportunities as they would wish for if they can invest in just one or two of these areas. So I advise that young women should try and show an interest in one or two of these areas. And once you've done that, become an expert in that field, become the go-to person that everyone would call on in the area you've chosen. Another area we've noticed that presents an opportunity for women that women are taking a lot of advantage of is in entrepreneurship development. In these days, with the fallout of COVID-19, entrepreneurs are going to be heavily reliant on the use of ICTs. Women will be able to scale up their enterprises if given access and training in appropriate digital tools. There are currently many women in Nigeria, mostly young women, running thriving businesses online in fashion, food, makeup, and agribusiness. Women entrepreneurs in grassroots local communities are also not left out because they've been able to take advantage of digital applications to stay engaged with their customers. So if you're a young female entrepreneur, you need to continue to invest in this space. And I know this because I'm a regular customer of a lot of young women who have really nice businesses online. There's also the issue of access to resources, particularly financial resources. Digital applications have been made accessible to millions of women, especially in grassroots communities, for them to access resources such as conditional cash transfers, business grants, grants for the elderly people, as we've seen in Ekiti State, maternal health care information, and other opportunities. These are tools our government should continue to take advantage of as a way of delivering social investment programs in a transparent and accountable manner. Another opportunity that presents itself for women that we need to continue to take advantage of is in the area of amplifying voices. The digital age has facilitated the amplification of women's voices in significant ways. Social movements around women's rights, sexual and gender-based violence, youth movements, peace networks, and so on, are all ways in which women have exercised agency and mobilized for change using digital tools. This is what inspired me, for example, to get involved in creating a website and online community for learning, sharing, and mentoring. In addition to Above Whispers, which has been spoken about, I also started the Rapper Network, which is an online information, mentoring, and enterprise development platform for young women. And then we also have the area of community building. Digital tools have played a key role in community building. With the rise in social networking sites that we are all familiar with, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so on, applications such as WhatsApp and Telegram, in addition, people find common interests in these places. And women in particular are able to take advantage of this to share their views and concerns. It also facilitates the creation of networks that can provide the basis for community development, such as alumni associations, town associations, family gatherings, and so on. There is a limitless amount of social and political capital that can be earned from the use of these opportunities. I have just come from a reunion global conference of my old school, Abeokuta Girls Grammar School. We celebrated our 65th anniversary last year. We couldn't do it because we couldn't converge at the school as we had planned because of COVID-19, but we were able to do so this year. And the only way we've been able to locate ourselves as old girls of the school is via online platforms, particularly WhatsApp. Otherwise, how can you find people who you've not seen for over 40 years? These are ways in which we need to continue to build on so that we can continue to support our communities. In finding each other and coming together, we've been able to do a lot of things for our old school. So in terms of moving all these ideas forward, I believe, first of all, that national and state policies on media and ICTs and the digital space should be as gender inclusive as possible in order to bridge the knowledge and opportunity gaps. Second, I believe that digital tools, however we define them, whether they are mobile devices, applications, laptops, Bluetooth devices, smartwatches, and so on, all need to be more affordable, functional, and accessible. And I hope that telecommunications companies in particular can be encouraged to keep their services as accessible and as affordable as possible. We also need to continue to encourage STEM in schools for girls. The teaching of science and technology, engineering, and mathematics is extremely important. We have to ensure that our girls have a good grounding in all these subjects because it will open up lifelong opportunities for them. I am also a strong advocate for an ICTs lab or its equivalent in every school where young people, male and female, can learn and explore the world that they live in. Every local government should have an ICT hub where young people can use and learn relevant tools. I know some people will say when young people converge in ICT spaces, the first thing they want to do is learn how to do Yahoo. I think that we should try and give our young people some credit. If they have good mentors, role models, and the proper guidance, whatever skills they use for their so-called Yahoo can be redirected into something more appropriate, more useful, and things that don't get them in trouble. I think that we need to continue to make more investments to enable women take more advantage of the use of ICTs for enterprise development. As I said, it's an opportunity out there. A lot of women have taken advantage of it, but we need to invest more to ensure that more people can benefit. Now, last but not least, we cannot talk about empowering women in the digital space without a mention of those things that might disempower them. We need more awareness raising of the dangers of social media and how it is creating huge security risks for women in particular, with the kidnapping and pornography and sexual violence and all those things out there, which have serious implications for the well-being, self-esteem, confidence, and mental health of people, especially women. We need to use these tools, these spaces with care, because a lot of lives have been ruined. And we know that these tools and these spaces have the capacity to transform lives. In fact, that's what they exist for, to transform lives, to transform communities, to enable us leapfrog in our development strides. So let us continue to invest as much as we can with whatever platforms we occupy in the use of these spaces, acquire all the knowledge that we can, and let all those who are in a position to do so continue to help people to get the best out of the digital age. So once again, thank you very much for inviting me to speak with you today. And I look forward to working with all of you on the outcomes of this summit. I promise to continue to do whatever I can in the support of the aims and objectives of this convening. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
Amen. Thank you so much, Ma. That was so profound. I had to be writing a lot of things down here, and our content team are already working, to gather all the content. Thank you so much, Ma.
I will send you my remarks. I'll send them to you.
Wow, thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. That's well appreciated. Ma, before you go, we know that you are very busy. We just want to use this opportunity to really thank you for making out time, because we know you are a lover of young people, especially women, and that is why you decided to make up time out of your busy schedule to be with us today. I never knew that Her Excellency will be will be speaking with us, but here she is, So, and everybody is actually appreciating you. They are saying, "God bless you, Ma." You can see some of them in the screen say, "Thank you, Ma," and "God bless you." And we believe that, because anytime you say something, you always work on it, and some of the recommendations that you already put suggested, we hope that you help us to push it out there so that it will be implemented. Like someone was commenting here, okay, Bimbo Rosemary say, "Please help us to raise it, Ma." We need good laboratory in our schools, and I believe she's probably talking about the ICT hub that you mentioned. So not to take your time, we just want to appreciate you. I don't know if we should entertain question, but I know that you are about to leave, so we should just allow you to leave, Ma. Thank you so much,
No,
Ma.
that's okay. If you have questions, that's okay.
Oh, okay, great. Please, if you have any question, simply drop it very fast. We don't have a lot of time. Okay, so simply drop your questions. Okay, Ezimo Gabriel say, "Ma, if the school in the state can get a good framework and come up with the ICT lab, we will be potent. We will be a potent force to reckon with." Okay, that's not a question. All right. I don't think anybody has questions right now. So maybe we'll just allow you to go, Ma. Thank you so much, Ma, for your time. We really appreciate it. And God bless you so much, Ma.
Thank you so much, Shola. It's been nice talking to you all. God bless you.
Amen. All right, Ma. Okay, guys.